The public mind was seen as the greatest threat to corporations, controlling what they think, what they feel, their attitudes toward one another. I mean, all sorts of mechanisms of control are going to have to be devised.
Yo, puppet masters of the world, yeah, they know what they doing while they be up in Iraq, they bombing buildings to ruins. Meanwhile, over here we get the sickest influence. The only thing that ever changes is the reason to do it. First terrorism, then they say they looking for some weapons. Where the weapons at? Landmines, careful where you stepping, right below your feet. You gotta hold the peace. You sweating suicide bombers cause they roam the street. Yeah, nah man, I ain't joining up for that. Cars, workers in the Beetle, politicians in the Jaguar, checking up the oil, sure to save some cash, right? Not a single positive change toward the gas price. Recruiting in the ghetto, yeah, fresh out of high school, manipulating human beings using their mind tools. They blind you, saying that the work can define you. I'm sitting here kicking knowledge just to remind you to listen.
One of the major issues of 20th century history, surely in the United States, is corporate propaganda.
Stay real.
Controlling what they think, what they feel, their attitudes toward one another. I mean, all sorts of mechanisms of control.
That's why I stay real on track. The media up in it too, got you buying tennis shoes, keeping you from being independent individuals, having you rely on TV for self-image, subliminal ads, motherfuckers getting stealth with it. It starts when you're young, then excels to your teens, from bubble gum and soda pop to selling to the fiends. Now they got you brainwashed, relishing a dream. They ain't getting up in my head, I'm wrestling the scheme. They can't do it, I ain't letting anybody move me. These fools be acting out what they see in movies. It's rudely, paparazzi got you living bougie. It's true, but to a higher power you a groupie. Getting pimped out when the system hits them. Next thing you know, confliction victim. Now it's setting in and the friction gets him. And he ain't got a soul in the world to assist him. That's how it is on this governmental continent. Open up your mind to my vowels and my consonants. Got you flipping out cause I'm completely the opposite. Intelligence is relevant whenever I be dropping it. Straight through your brain waves, making you brain slave. Statements with brave claims, pray in insane ways. Spiteful, excited for the time when the day rains, when every day alive is a great thing.
The public mind was seen as the greatest threat to corporations.
Stay real on track.
It was recognized early on that it's going to be necessary to control people's minds, controlling what they think, what they feel, their attitudes toward one another. I mean, all sorts of mechanisms of control are going to have to be devised.
Yeah, now I know what y'all thinking, what the fuck does he know? But agree with it or not, yo, they under control. We gotta band together, stand together, all in a row, and concentrate on what it takes to have a mind of your own. Yo, we got the upper hand, yeah, strength in numbers. All we gotta do is execute, bring the thunder. Show them that we ain't puppets, make them think and wonder. Rebel on dictations, they sinking under. So if you wanna continue living the way you living, afraid of something that's different, you stick with the unforgiving. I'm rolling with a squad who's fed up, and we ain't slowing up for nothing. If you slack, you getting left stuck. So wake up like the sun is rising and come to undermine the ones deciding such confinement within our own environment. So don't just close your eyes, just open wide and listen.
One of the major issues of 20th century history, surely in the United States, is corporate propaganda.
Stay real.
It was recognized early on that it's going to be necessary to control people's minds. The public mind was seen as the greatest threat to corporations.
That's why I stay real on track.
Controlling what they think, what they feel, their attitudes toward one another. I mean, all sorts of mechanisms of control are going to have to be devised.